Hi everyone, Nonnie here. I'm going to hike the Appalachian Trail in March of 2023 and I hope you're going to come with me. I want to talk to you today about my sleep system that I'll be taking on the AT. I came home with 3 air mattresses to test out, see how they worked. 2 of them didn't pass the test. They sounded like potato chip bags crinkling in my ears, made way too much noise. No matter how tired I am at the end of the day, I'm not going to be able to sleep through that. Just not going to work. But the 3rd one, it still makes a little bit of noise, but I think they all do. So I figured I'll just go with this one, and I'm sure it's going to be fine. I took it on my shakedown hike with me, and it worked very well. Yes, it did make a little bit of that sound, but it worked great. And one of the reasons it worked great is because I am a side sleeper. I toss back and forth, moving about, arms flailing, feet falling off. You know, I'm just a side sleeper. This is what I chose. I chose the Nemo Tensor Insulated Ultralight Air Mattress. It weighs 1.3 pounds and it has an R value of 4.2. R values go up to 5.5 for extreme weather. This one works great for me. It came in a sil nylon pack and with this Velcro strap. Came packaged that way. You don't need both of these. You can ditch one of them, ditch both of them, and just have your air mattress. It's waterproof. What's going to happen to it? It's made out of polyester fabric. In fact, it's 20 denier as well as far as the thickness. It's going to work fine. Anyway, I chose this air mattress, and I'm happy with it. I also was wondering, do you remember when you were growing up, for you, those of you older people, when your parents used to hand you things and they used to say, hey, go on ahead and blow that up for me, and you thought you were doing something great and it was fun and you were going to show them how quick you could blow something up? Let me tell you, they had an ulterior motive, and the reason that they did that was not to bring you joy. Maybe it was, but the ulterior motive was they didn't want to pass out and turn purple from having to blow up those things themselves. And I was wondering, how am I going to blow up an air mattress at the end of the day when I'm tired and not fall over into a heap? Because those things are big. They take a lot of air. Well, technology's changed. Some of us haven't kept up with the times. But I've learned a lot in doing my research to prepare for this AT hike. And one of those things I learned about was these Vortex pump sacks. What is that? That's what I said. What does that mean? Well, vortex, just think of a tornado, a whirlwind that's going about. All that air is swirling around. When you blow into these sacks, your breath is creating a vortex within the sack, and it's filling the sack up faster. It comes with this little valve right here, and this valve attaches to, excuse me, I didn't have this quite ready enough here. Give me just a second. Okay, this valve attaches to the air mattress. It just simply snaps in. Okay, once it is snapped in, all you have to do, and we'll see how many times it takes to blow up this bag to be able to fill up this air mattress. You hold it a certain number of inches away from your mouth. You don't stick your mouth right up to it. You hold your head away, and you just, and they're not hard blows, you just simply blow. And you start, you compress it, and it starts filling up your air mattress. You get better and better the more you practice, and it doesn't take as long. That's one. Two. Actually kind of fun. 3. Look how much much air I have left in this thing. It took three and a half bags of air to fill this up. That's incredible. Just think about those days when you were still huffing and puffing, trying to fill up a floaty. You detach it, and then you close it up with the stopper here on the air mattress, and you're done. And this is actually filled up to hard. It's completely full. This is awesome. And this vortex thing, I mean, that's a cat's meow. Okay, one of the next things I bought is a Sea to Summit silk nylon liner. I bought it in regular size. It weighs 5 ounces. And the reason I bought this was severalfold. One is because when I was thinking about my quilt, my sleeping bag, I did not want to be taking the dirt, grit, and the aroma from my body and putting it directly onto that expensive sleeping bag. Is there going to be some transfer of all those things? Probably. But in order to mitigate some of that, I thought if I had this liner, that would take care of a lot of what was going on inside of that bag. That's if you're using a liner when it's colder in your quilt. Secondarily, if the quilt does not provide enough warmth for you, if you have a liner, it creates an additional warmth and keeps you warmer inside of your bag when the weather gets down really, really cold. That was 2 reasons. The third reason is because when I did my shakedown hike, when did I go? If you all have followed me, you'll know, in my least favorite time of the year, in July. And I did that on purpose. I've shared that before, and the reason I did it was to test, was I going to be able to hike in the middle of the summer when it was hot and humid, 150 degrees, 98% humidity, sweating? Was I going to be able to do that and carry a 30-pound pack going up a mountain? I did it, and I did it just fine. Was it challenging? It sure the heck was. But my point is, I knew I was going to need something to sleep in. A quilt was going to be too much, so I took this. This was awesome. I would recommend this to anybody, whether you're going to use it independently or whether you're going to use it with a quilt sleeping bag system. This was great. It was the way to go. In addition to that, I used a Sea to Summit pillow. Now, some ultralight backpackers think that this is a luxury item. I think that the mindset for this is changing, and this is becoming more of an accepted item just to have in your backpack as part of your regular sleep system, because you sleep better at night. And a good night's sleep, regardless if you're an ultralight packer or just a packer that, you know, you have a few more pounds on your back, you want to sleep well at night. This is what worked best for me. It has this curve right here, which fit really well on my neck. This is a large. They have it in regular and extra large. The reason I got a large is because when I lay down, I want a little bit of space to be able to turn my head back and forth without it popping, my head popping off and the pillow shooting across the tent. It's very soft fabric, and it makes a little bit of noise. You got to get used to it, but you can deflate it and make it as soft or as hard as you like. I really liked this a lot. Maybe you will too. Maybe it'll be a good fit for you. And last is my sleeping quilt. This is an Enlightened Equipment quilt. It's a Revelation quilt. This is, it's a Cadillac. It is just, it's luxurious. It is so warm. It is wonderful. Now, I got a 0-degree bag, and most backpackers don't get a 0-degree bag, but I did because I know I'm going to be hiking when it's very cold. I did not want to chance the, whether or not I was going to be so cold at night I would not be able to sleep. The beauty of this system is it is a quilt, and it has straps that goes around your sleeping pad to stay in place. It gives you more freedom to move around, especially if you're a side sleeper. This is an 850 down-filled sleeping quilt. Sleeping quilts, at least for Light equipment, they stay open until you get to about 20 inches from the foot box. And then there's a snap. You just simply unsnap it. You unzip it. There is another snap down at the bottom where you unsnap it. And then there is this shock cord that you can release. You can also undo the zipper. This is not a Light equipment's problem, it's user problem on my part. Fan it out, and it's just an open blanket. You can use it like that just to, you know, in the summer, if this is all you need. This may be too much for you in the summer, and you can just use one of these sleeping bag liners. Also, when you have that toe box and you close it back up, let's see if I can do this quickly so I don't lose you there. You can zip this back up. You can simply just leave it like this if your feet get hot and you want a little bit more air circulating about when you're sleeping like this. And that's open. If your feet get cold, however, then you can just pull on the shock cord and close it, and it's going to keep air from circulating there and keep your feet warmer. I think that is a pretty awesome system, don't you? I hope this has helped you today. And if it has informed you or encouraged you at all, I really would appreciate it if you would hit the like button and if you would subscribe to my channel. It would make a huge difference to me. I appreciate you joining me today and learning about a sleep system. I hope this has helped you. Until next time, take good care and see you in the next video.